Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? What's up? Look, I've been off track for the last couple of days because I've been focusing on proposals as well as a couple other major projects and yeah, just getting ready to go on vacation next month. But let me tell you, had some inspiration I wanted to share with y'all. So, yesterday I was invited to be on a podcast by a woman who's a coach, and she doesn't usually use DEI on a regular basis in her work per se. And so she invites someone twice a year, maybe three times a year, to come and talk specifically about DEI topics. And so we were recording her podcast, and one of the questions that she asked me, which I knew was coming, was how do I feel about book bans? Okay. Now, let me be clear. I have been a voracious reader since I was a kid. I was that kid that didn't want to go outside. I wasn't interested in athletics. That library challenge to see how many books you can read and, how many pages you can read, all that stuff in the summertime. That was completely me, completely me. And let me tell you how I feel about books. I have a problem with any book, including books that I don't agree with their theories and concepts, being banned. Okay. And the reason why I feel this way is a couple things. I believe in learning more about lots of different people's opinions. And I had a really wonderful boss that was a historian. Yes, she does this for a living as a full professor, a historian. She writes about people's history. Okay. And one of the things that she shared with me is that history is not as static as you think. Okay. Meaning that whatever was in that 5th, 6th, 7th grade history book that you used to read, that's probably a very small slice of the larger pie. Okay. And so as historians who still do their work as historians, even to this moment that I'm speaking, they continue to explore and research topics that have not yet been written on. It's a matter of whose canon is accepted, right? Because oftentimes history brings us uncomfortable truths. Okay. And so with that, how do we continue to hear those uncomfortable truths in a way that's not defensive? Because many of the folks that I've talked to that are for banning books literally have not read the books they're interested in banning. So they don't even know what they disagree with. They don't even know if they disagree. It is a point of defensiveness. They are defending, I'm not talking about people personally, they're defending the history they know that they're comfortable with by excluding the history they're not comfortable with that they don't know, right? All right, so given that, this is what you do. First of all, support independent bookstores. Go buy those books that are on those banned book lists and buy them from independent bookstores. Those authors are probably underrepresented authors, and as you continue to pull the rug out from under those books by banning them, you also inhibit the income of those authors. That is highly problematic. So run out to your indie bookstore and buy a bunch of banned books. Okay, that's one thing. The second thing is, even if it were the case that there weren't banned books, I'm not depending on teachers who have an already heavy load to go further in educating my children and the young people in my life about topics that are not included in the canon of public education. So with that, do your due diligence if you have children or if you have children that you love in your life, okay? And then the third thing that I would say is continue to push the names of banned books everywhere on your social media, whenever you get an opportunity to speak, whenever you get an opportunity to teach, train, even in your own day-to-day work in your organization as you're talking to your ERGs or supervisor or colleagues, okay? But continue to push, all right? But don't let bans on books keep you from accessing those books. They are banned in schools. They are not banned everywhere else. Go get your books.